So one of the first things of today was figuring out why the S13 was doing all that weird bindy stuff, and before I got here, Pat was playing with it. What'd you notice?
The tension rod bracket and the cross member are flexing a lot, but the cross member is going to flex pretty much no matter what. They all flex, but the tension rod bracket is flexing a lot. I think you're not over centering tie rods. I think you're going to lock, and then with the pump assisting and the extra load on the car, it's twisting that bracket and allowing you not to come back out.
So the solution for that would be to either probably like box the tension rod bracket so they can't flex as much. We can't really do anything about the rack moving. I have the same issue in my R32, and what I actually ended up doing on that, because the bump stop issue, was making dual bump stops. So there's kind of like a bump stop on the trailing wheel and on the leading wheel, and that kind of combated that car, which was rubbing tie rods because of the rack flex. But there is a brace that Nismo makes, if you can see it's on the S15, that kind of braces those two brackets to hopefully prevent some of that flex. So we'll probably end up doing that for the S13. Next thing on the agenda is going to be tackling the Mustang injector. So if you remember, that car's been struggling to start lately, and I think it's just because the injectors are clogged. My logic is it's still running fine because there's more duty cycle for it to be throwing more fuel from the ECU at higher RPM. So it's still been running fine, but I think it's just not dumping enough fuel because they're slightly clogged on startup. So I'm gonna take care of that. You ever seen an engine this big, Tommy?
You ever seen my JZX90?
I thought you were about to say, have you ever seen my something else? All right. The rule is no looking at any user manuals trying to figure out how to pull these injectors. All right. Looks like, yeah, I have no idea. Are you gonna pull this thing off, Tommy? I don't even know what it's called. And then Ford's got these cool little clips down here. I think you just press them and then it releases, maybe? I don't know if there's a twisty Johnny down there. What's this type of clip? Oh, so you like finger it, I guess? Or do you push something in it?
Here, try it on this one.
Wait, hold on. No, this one. Tommy brought up a very good point that that might have been coolant and that would have sucked and made a mess, and I'm not trying to deal with that. So I just pulled it out of the way, and now I can just pull the fuel rail off like a G. So ain't no thing, man. The Mustang's got a little 10 miles. It's probably still gonna spray fuel, huh? Mm-hmm. Dude, that's so fun, honestly. Oh, we only have 4 per side, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Man, that's weird. Okay, that was way too easy. So you know I was talking about that sick and fuel injector cleaner we got for a rad deal, and I was like, man, this thing's sick for 300 bucks. Well, Alberto's already having to take it apart. What's wrong with it, Alberto?
It's leaking everywhere.
Yeah. That's
Smells,
okay.
It sucks that you guys can't smell this, but it smells so bad here.
Sorry, that was me.
It smells like paint thinner.
Yeah.
That's what it smells like.
So there's a bunch of different tests on here, and since the car has a hard time starting, I think that what we should do is the idling test, because I think we'll probably see the biggest variance with the cleaning, because I'm sure once these injectors like are flowing a lot more, the cloggedness is probably less notable.
Ready?
Yep. Does it just go until you hit stop?
No, it'll stay for like that whole time. So that's all.
And then, but we'll want to stop it obviously before it gets over the top reading.
Yeah, I could just do this one, hold on. But let me drain this. This is the worst part of draining.
It's really, really hard to see, but the spray on this one is a little bit less even than the others. Do you think it's just the angle though, Alberto, or no?
Nah, look here from the side and the other way. It's weird.
Again, it's really, really hard to film this, but 3 and 6 do notably have like a whole bar less than the other ones.
You know what I'm talking about? Like the gas tank?
It'd be cool if we did a test that filled them up more so we could see the variance more obviously, you know?
So this one flows really well. Look how thick that.
Yeah, that one's way thicker than that one. I think we're gonna see a pretty decent difference. Go again. Of course our data is ruined because this one is draining. Shout out to my cheap Alibaba injector cleaner. As long as it cleans the injectors, that's all that matters, right?
Yeah.
So this little thing in there is a sonic bath. So we're gonna get them things clean. Cleanse them. Just gonna fill up with dirt. All right, here we have a great example of Cole, who looks very cool on the crazy cart, and then we've got Dweeb Alberto over here. What you got that on for?
Yeah.
Are you recording on your GoPro?
Yeah.
First person?
Yeah.
Yo, we should go sesh the block. You down?
The block?
Yeah, sesh the block. That's what how kids say it these days.
Okay.
Slang.
Yeah, that's slang for let's go roam around this vicinity and have fun on our crazy carts. Oh, you know when you go backwards and it's like, oh my god, I'm gonna spin and die. Yeah, we follow you. Okay. I'm so mad I missed that, dude. I just went full speed into that. I might hit you if you stand there, but it's gonna look
No,
sick.
no, I'll follow you to get a good shot.
Land and you pull away.
I'll try to do everything for the shot. You're gonna do it again.
Oh, this time we're shredding. I totally forgot Alberto has a helmet on. It just became normal.
Safety first.
Oh, you're
Got first person view on too.
setting a great example.
Recording?
It should be, is it?
No. It says no SD card.
Oh god.
It was recording earlier though.
No, you probably. Yeah, so this thing sucks, but I think it cleans the injectors, so that's cool. But it just keeps draining and leaking, so. I guess if it's a good deal, too good to be true, yeah, that.
I mean, they look pretty even right now.
Yeah, except this one, dude. It looks a little low.
The pattern is way stronger than I was looking for.
Here's the true test. The car's been sitting all day. Now has clean injectors. How will it start cold? You guys have heard it snap, crackle, and pop before. Let's see. That just felt like the engine locked up.
Wow.
It shook a lot.
Yeah, I felt that. I'm not too sure what I should be filming of this because I am a little bit concerned that if I try to warranty a blown engine with Ford that this might not go over well. But I guess I'll just film it anyway. So good old procedure. We've been here before with my SR and Nicole's SR because that bad ECU. But it was pulling the spark plugs out so we could turn it over so if there is any fuel in the cylinders it'll just splash out.
I still want to see if there's any fuel before doing that. So we can like take the necessary precautions.
Yeah, so, but probably if there was fuel and we did hydrolock this, it probably did damage and this thing's probably junk. So. Dad's getting mad at me. All right, so I was just thinking, I was like, how did so much fuel get into the cylinder? And I was like, wait, when I pulled the fuel rail off, it leaked into the little holes. Oh god, he's getting his meme. So when I pulled the injectors out of the fuel rail, all the fuel was like leaking into the cylinders. I didn't think much, but I don't think that would be enough to hydrolock it. You saw that, right?
Yeah, it wasn't that much.
It was like, we're talking like maybe like a little puddle in there.
Just a little smidge.
Would that be enough to do it?
Waiting first.
What? Stop making fun of me with Cole. What is it? Hold on. I don't need a mechanic. I'm a real car guy. Also meet 8 hours later with an even more broken car. I'm stupid.
You should have told me.
But it shouldn't have been that
What if
much
it not
fuel.
cause damage? And I'm like
was-
scared now. Like that could have been prevented.
It shouldn't have been that much fuel though.
No.
It was just a little bit.
This amount of fuel. But I know which ones leak the most. The question is, alright, so Alberta, would it hydrolock if there was like this much fuel in the cylinder?
I don't know.
I guess it could, huh?
This is a high compression engine though.
So it should be good at compressing the fuel, right?
Yeah, you can definitely tell it's doing that.
Oh boy.
I mean, let's hopefully one thing it wasn't enough on the engine mounts. Like took all the chuckles, the whole engine.
So what I should have done first is pulled the fuel rail off the injectors and left them plugged. How should I have done it?
Well, normally what I would have done, the way these fuel rails are set up, they have clips on the injectors. So you disconnect their main fuel hose with a clip, like I showed you earlier, that little blue access clip, and then remove the whole fuel rail with injectors out of the car, and take the injectors off the car, do everything you need to do, assemble it back, and then put it all as in one unit.
But honestly, dude, like I was just trying to do you a favor because you were like busy. I like making cheesecake and stuff, so I was like, oh, I'll take the injectors out for Alberto.
And we were lazy and the coolant line was in the way.
Yeah, so I was like, man, I'll just.
And discuss the details with Mr. Big Boost.
Yeah, whatever. At least we know why it happened.
Okay, I feel better now because I was like,
Yeah, I don't.
injectors were perfect.
I don't because I think I just rod knocked my engine. Damn it. I wanted to blow this thing up driving it, not cleaning injectors. Man, Cole's judging me.
I'm not judging you.
He's probably like, man, this guy has no idea what he's doing. He's never gonna hang out here again. Ready?
Oh my god, here we go.
Oh! There we go.
That was like cylinder 1 or 2, I think.
I think it was 2 because that was the one.
Go again. Cylinder 1. Keep going. Oh, that should be good now.
Probably gonna take an oil change now, right? Dude, because doesn't all that gas like seep down in the engine or no?
It landed all the way to here.
Alberto,
We should measure it.
Real talk. When you do that, it's a good idea to change the oil, right? Because it'll thin it out a lot, huh?
I mean, I don't think from one cylinder it's gonna do that much.
Well, yeah, and it didn't sit that long.
It only cranked it one time. It didn't do it a bunch of times.
Well, I just don't know how much of that like seeps through into the cylinder.
A little bit, but not that much.
I mean, clearly not that much because there's all that still up in the cylinder.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Hopefully she's okay. How far did the fuel go, Alberto?
Well, like 9-10 feet.
Yeah, 9 or 10 Cole feet.
9.5, yeah. No,
Probably-
it was bigger than Cole.
Probably like 4 Alberto feet. What size shoe are you, Alberto?
I'm an 8.5, so I gave myself like a little bit.
Well, it was 10 of my feet.
Yeah, I
Okay.
was going like this. It's not.
Yeah, no, I was like putting mine straight.
I'm an 8.5. I got small feet.
I'm 14.
14? What do you eat?
Look, my shoes barely even fit. I like these stupid things are like.
Uh-oh. Fuel doesn't like us today.
No, we're gonna blow up. Why, Samir? Why? What do you do to the car? What did the car? The thing?
Making of a great thumbnail.
What did the thing? Spark plug kaboom!
You know what, guys? Like, you gotta appreciate the fact that I put that in the video. I admit that I made a mistake. I could have just covered it up, and I could have made up some crap and blamed it on someone else, or just not include it in the video. But I'm like, let people laugh at my mistakes so they don't make the same mistake. That's my motto. And I just needed content.
Take number 2.
Okay, hopefully she starts up first try, because we know she's cold. Just yell, Alberto, if you want me to kill it.
Oh, that started right away. That's so different.
Yeah, I told you should start first try. It's probably gonna run way better now too, huh?
Yeah, because the injection pattern was like horrible before, and once we cleaned it, it was like a nice V fan on it.
We're listening for any sort of weird noises that would indicate a bent rod. This car does have forged internals, forged pistons, forged rods, forged crank, so I'd be surprised, but it sounds all right. I'll let it run again.
So far, yeah. I don't hear anything unusual.
we appear to be good. I do notice it making much more pop noises than it used to. Probably because it's got a little bit more fuel now. It's probably running pretty lean before, huh? Yeah, this poor thing. Me and Cole park like normal people. And Alberto's got to back in with the Jeep.
I thought we were all backing in like always.
No, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Where is the hard parker?
It's a hard parker. Dude, I can't get over how good this thing looks on the GTR wheels. Alberto, your car sounds pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie.
Dude, it does.
Yeah. Alright, so the Mustang is good. We're gonna end the video out here, and I'm going to cross my fingers that this luck continues and this thing doesn't blow up on me. Got some crazy stuff happening. Really cool, awesome things you will not expect happening tomorrow. Might be a new car in the garage. Bye.